Hi, how you guys doing? I'm Roman, and this is my cat, Stinky. Well, one of my two cats. The other cat's under the bed. They don't get along. Um, I rescued Stinky. She came into my house while I was out getting the mail. When I found her, she was underweight and sick and not very healthy at all. And now, as you can see, she's fat and she's happy, and she gets kind of mean sometimes, but she more or less is happy and healthy. It's going from winter to spring, so she's shedding a little bit. What I wanted to talk about today was Peta, which is probably one of the worst things for animals out there. Now, if you look at PETA, they'll try to tell you that they're for animal rights and they're for, the liberation of animals. Well, Stinky here was a liberated animal. She lived, outside, didn't have an owner, didn't have a place to go, and, well, she almost died. She needed a home, and now she has one, and she's happy, she's healthy, and she wants to be here. I know this because she goes outside, and she comes back every day. Now, if animals wanted to be liberated, if they wanted, something better, if they weren't getting what they wanted, then why do they come back home? Why do they seem happy and healthy? And why are they unhealthy? And why is it dangerous for them in the real world? That's not set up for animals. This is a city. I live in a city, and it's not an environment suitable for animals. Stinky here has had a home before. When I found her, she was spayed. Knew how to use a litter box, so obviously has lived with people her whole life and was abandoned. Now, PETA would have you believe that, they're being mistreated because, she eats tuna every day and she has a warm place to sleep. She has her own pillow. She sleeps on a big Tempur-Pedic mattress and has the run of an entire house and goes outside whenever she wants to. So I can hardly say that PETA is accurate when they say that animals need liberation. What we have here is a symbiotic relationship. I provide food and shelter and companionship and love, and the cat provides the same back to me, provides love and companionship, and occasionally food when it catches a squirrel or something and drops it off on the front porch. They appreciate where they're at. If this cat didn't want to be here in my lap right now, I guarantee you there is nothing on this earth that could get it to stay here. But look, remove my hands. This is where the cat wants to be. Right here. Now, PETA also talks about different aspects of animal rights and abuse and this, that, and the other. Do I think that the treatment of animals for meat processing, that those animals should be mistreated? No. And I think you'd be hard-pressed to find anybody that does. But we do eat meat. We are omnivores. We eat plants and animals. It's how we were designed. We weren't designed to eat just plants. We aren't herbivores. And it's a cycle. You talk about the necessity to eat animals, and you look at the animal kingdom. Everything is the circle of life. But PETA would have us change those things. They would alter the circle of life and call it humane. Well, are they going to go out and stop lions from hunting gazelles in Africa? Are they going to stop any of the other animals in the world that survive by hunting and killing those animals? And I guarantee you that a gazelle that's caught by a lion, the lion does not pay any attention to how the gazelle dies. That should tell us something. That should show us what nature is. Nature is harsh. Nature is cruel sometimes. And yes, we should do everything in our power to try and limit the suffering of these animals, but there is no reason for humans to suffer or to be limited in their diets simply because some individuals believe they should. We live in a society today that's supposed to be free. Well, what that means is you're free to choose whether you want to do something or if you want something in your life. And I'm free to choose what I want in mine. And if Stinky and I want to eat meat, if we want to eat tuna or anything else, then we should be allowed to do that. And if you don't want to eat meat, if you don't want to have animals, then that's your right. And I'm not going to do anything to limit that for you. And I think no one should have the right to tell you otherwise. And, you know, it breaks down into you're trying to push your beliefs on me, and all I want is to be left alone. Me and Stinky will stay here and eat our meat and eat our tuna and whatever else we want to, and we'll leave you alone. And I will even be willing to pay as much money extra as I need to if that means, you know, the animals suffer less. But we're going to eat it. In fact, this new trend of pet owners becoming vegetarians is all a, you know, wonderful idea. However, most people neglect to research the fact that, for one thing, cats cannot become vegetarians. They cannot survive. Dogs can become vegetarians. They can survive and live life as long as they get their nutrients and minerals. But cats can't. And it's cruel to try and have a cat or have an animal and treat it like that. So that's all I have to say, and thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos.